So imagine not being able to wash your dishes because there's sewage in your sink. That's what one renter is dealing with, and we should warn you, some of the video is graphic.
See, there it goes.
You can hear raw sewage bubble up from Regina Ricardo's kitchen sink in her mid-city apartment.
Nobody should live like this. And the sewage is coming back up again.
The problem has been going on for weeks. How often is the sewage coming up?
It came up twice yesterday and 4 times on Sunday. It was really bad, the worst on Sunday.
Is there any warning that sewage will start coming up?
The smell?
It started on June 3rd when Regina and her son woke up to this, raw sewage in their toilet and shower. And then it moved to the kitchen sink. What is it like coming into your kitchen and looking at, toilet paper and sewage in your sink?
Disgusted and just frustrated and stressed.
Regina has kept detailed logs of her efforts to get the plumbing problem fixed, pages upon pages of notes. She says her landlord kept sending out the man who acts as a gardener and handyman for the complex on Hauser Boulevard, but he would just snake the toilet and drains, and the problem would persist.
I've been just trying to cope with it and trying to find help.
After more than a week, a plumber came out. Portions of the pipe were cut out, caked with sewage. The bathtub and toilet haven't backed up since, but the kitchen sink is still a disgusting mess. Regina is on Section 8.
I've been wanting to move for years, but they know that a lot of people can afford it.
The LA Housing Community and Investment Department has received 16 complaints about the 8-unit apartment complex since April. Several of those complaints were for plumbing issues. When we went out this week, there were still piles of waste in the crawl space beneath Regina's apartment. She says the maintenance man said the problem occurs when the shared washing machine is running, so he unplugged the machine, taking it out of service. Tenants' rights activist Larry Gross says the landlord is violating California law because these conditions are not habitable.
Tenants need to understand what their rights are in situations like that and take action because they're paying rent. It's supposed to be part of the rent they're paying that these amenities and these services are in good working conditions.
Now, we contacted the city, and within hours of doing so, an inspector was at Regina's apartment. And today, a plumber came out, and he's going to repair the problem. Someone is also coming out to clean up all that sewage under the building, which you couldn't really see because we didn't have a flashlight, but there's just toilet paper and sewage in the crawl space right underneath her window, and that's what's, coming in and out. And it's just
and you know what?
Gross.
What I listened to Mr. Gross say, that they have rights and they should take action. If it were not for you, what would these people do? They don't have the money to get an attorney,
Right.
I'm sure, and especially if they go up against landowners that have the money, that's a difficult.
Well, there are free legal services for tenants, but a lot of people don't know about it. Also, Regina did the right thing. She filed a complaint with the city. You should do that. But sometimes people are afraid to speak up. Maybe English isn't their first language. Maybe they're undocumented. So, it's really tough. And there are some great landlords out there, but you also have landlords like this. And unfortunately, it seems to be the people who have the less go through the most.
Not to mention the time that she's invested with having to deal with that,
yes,
too. Think of that.
And having to wash her, she has to wash her
home.
dishes with like a coffee pot and a bowl because she can't put them in her sink. Ugh.
Well, thank goodness for you.
Glad
I
you
just
could
got to
help her
say,
out.
really.
And that leads us to this. Can 2 on Your Side help you out? Email 2 on Your Side at cbs.com and tell us about your problem, or tweet us using that hashtag 2 on Your Side. And Christine will see what she can do.